the thing I would say is that Jesus is very, very playful, but also very practical, and will guide you to help this journey be as smooth as possible. You know, the sacrifice, pain, and suffering, they are optional. And if you follow Jesus, of course, that's the point of following Jesus, to experience the joy and not the illusions of clinging, suffering, sacrifice, you know, guilt, all those things. I always thought of it, Jesus would use the analogy of like a water slide, where he would say it's like a big water slide that goes down into a big, warm, beautiful pool. And he says, when you're going down, pull those fingernails, those hands in, tuck those arms in, and really, go have a fun ride. Let me assure you it will be that. And when we're going down, we're all going down that water slide, but if we're taking our fingernails and we're just digging it into the plastic with everything we can, maybe snapping some fingernails along the way as we squeak and scrape down there, we're still going to make it splash into the warm pool, but it's just going to be a slower, seemingly more difficult ride with fingernails flying all over the place if we're going to resist. So just tuck it in and go for it. What that means is, are you willing, like Francis was sharing today, to trust so much that you can actually let go of your plan Bs?
Yeah.
We have all these plan Bs where we take on a self-concept Francis was talking about, and we start to act and react and behave based on the decisions to support that self-concept that was made as an idol image to take the place of our Christ self. We're actually fighting ourself with these plan Bs. When we are afraid to take the plunge, remember that old Nestea thing, take the plunge? They have the big glass ice Nestea, and then, you remember, and then falling back into the pool, splash. Oh, I love those commercials. That's actually what Jesus is saying. Like, there's a warm, beautiful pool. Take a nice, cool sip on a summer's day and then fall back. I've got you. Splash right down into that warm pool. And to do that, you have to let go of plan Bs. Yeah. Now, admittedly, all of your education in this world has been about making plan Bs. Mm-hmm. So that's like a big reverse. It's almost like you've been going in one direction your whole life, and now all of a sudden it's like stop and drop. Drop down and let go of those plan Bs. Because the Holy Spirit and Jesus have to show us that trust is justified. They're like saying, if you listen to me, I will go before you and I will handle absolutely everything. And he even goes so far in the Course to say that in the rules for decision that basically your only difficulty is that you first decide what you want and then you ask. You see how backwards that is? Oh, I know what I want. And at some point, what's the guidance? You know, the asking needs to come first. And then, what do I want, needs to take a back seat to the asking. Because, as Francis was sharing too this morning, if you're identified with a self-concept, you don't perceive your best interest, you don't know the way out, you're just plain lost. Like that old TV show, Lost in Space. Danger, Will Robbins. Danger. There's danger when you think you know your own best interest, when you actually don't. That's also an early workbook lesson. I do not perceive my own best interest. Then you get into the lesson and it's even more specific. In no situation do you perceive your own best interest. He's saying you're in a delusion. You're hallucinating a world that doesn't even exist. And you are really lost in time and space, and you need so much help. If you knew how much help you needed, you would start asking. You would start praying right away. You wouldn't presume, okay, I'll handle my checking account. Jesus, you stay out of the checking account.
Yeah.
I'll handle the portfolio, the investments. Stand clear. That's my nest egg, Jesus. That's my nest egg. Don't mess with the nest egg. Don't my children, no. Hands off with the children. They're mine. I've got some future ambitions for those children. I want them to turn out a certain way, like our Adam Sandler character had. And that's what happens, though, when we have plan Bs. We're ignoring the present moment. We're ignoring this beautiful teaching in the Course is, let go of your past associations and let present trust direct the way. Isn't that beautiful? Let present trust direct the way. If we could just pour our hearts into that one, that would answer all these hypothetical problems and concerns so swiftly and directly and immediately. Let present trust direct the way.